Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be making a new drawing today, and today I brought a special assistant, our friend Mr. Phoenix here. He is here to assist us because today what we are going to be drawing is a flower cat. And Mr. Phoenix knows all about flower cats because he is a cat, so that is why Mr. Phoenix is our assistant today. Ugh. So, what you guys will need today is pretty much the same thing we've needed every other day. You're going to need a pencil, an eraser, you're going to need a piece of paper, and something to color with. And we will go ahead and get started. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix? He's ready. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so we are going to start by making an oval for our cat's head. I'm gonna do everything in pencil first because there are a few parts of this drawing that are nice if you can erase them. So I'm gonna do pencil first. If you don't have a pencil, you can only do with markers, that's okay. But I'm gonna start near the bottom of my paper. I'm gonna leave some space up here for the flower. I'm gonna draw an oval. So big oval, this is for my cat's head. And then for each of the ears, it's going to be a triangle. And that triangle is going to be kind of curved. See, it's got like a curved line like that. And a curved triangle on this side. This cat has some really big ears. That's okay. And it fix that one a little bit. There we go. And then inside each of these triangles, I'm going to draw a smaller triangle. Okay, you can take your eraser and you can erase the part of the head that is showing right here and right here for both of my ears. I'm gonna erase this little part I messed up too. Okay, so I got my two ears and my head. Now I'm gonna do the eyes, and the eyes on this one, they're kind of cartoony, they're really spread apart, so I'm gonna draw them about halfway down and on each side of the head. So halfway down, and then a circle over here near the right side, and a circle over here near the left side. So we got two circles, and then inside each of those circles, you're gonna make a smaller circle. That's gonna be for the shine of the eye, okay? Now we'll work on the nose and the mouth. So for the nose, it's going to be an upside down triangle. So I like to first, I go up in the middle of the eyes and then a little bit lower. I'm going to do almost like a little frowny mouth, like that. So a little frowny mouth. And then underneath, I'm going to do a V shape. And when I end up with this kind of an upside down triangle, and there's my nose. And then for a cat's mouth, you go right by the pointy part of the nose, make a line down, and then you're gonna make this shape. It's kind of like a W or like a number 3 that fell over, or like two U's that are connected. You do 1, 2. Okay, so there's the mouth. And then you can have the tongue sticking out. You just draw a U shape with a little line in the middle. Or you can make the mouth open by drawing a big U shape like this. You could add some little teeth maybe. With this drawing, you guys are gonna have lots of choices to make yours a little bit different. So there's my mouth. And then I'm gonna draw some little dots on the cheeks. That would be like where the whiskers would go. Then these here, these are just like little blushes for the cheeks. You don't have to add those, but I think they're cute, so I'm gonna draw an oval underneath each eye. So 2 little blushes. And then once you guys have the face drawn, it's time to work on our flower. And today I decided that we're gonna have some different choices for flowers that you guys can make. So I'm gonna move this to the side. Oh my goodness, I got some stuff on my desk. I'll have to fix that later. Okay, here we go. So here's a couple choices for you. We got there are like daisy, a tulip, and a rose. These two are a lot more simple. This one's a little more challenging, so you pick whichever one you want to do. but we're gonna draw that flower on top of our cat's head. So I'll show you how to do each of these, and you can decide which one you want to use for your cat. So for this first one, I'm gonna start with my leaves. There are 2 curved lines. So I do one curved line, kind of like a sad mouth, and then another one kind of like a happy mouth. And then I'm gonna do the same on the other side, sad mouth, happy mouth. There's my 2 leaves. And then before I draw this stem, I'm gonna make the flower. So I'm gonna move a little ways up and I'm gonna draw a circle. And then I will make some petals. They're kind of like an oval. And you just keep making more and more and more until you get all the way back to the start. And then you can draw 2 lines for the stem. And then some extra details are adding some little dots in the center of your flower and adding the little lines inside the leaf. It's one big line and then some little lines coming out. So there's a daisy. If you'd like to make a tulip has some longer leaves, so I'm gonna make another curved line, again, kind of like a sad mouth, but this time it's turned. So 2 curved lines, like that, with just 1 line in the middle. And then I'm gonna draw my stem, 1, 2 lines, and then for the top of a tulip, it's just a U shape, like that, and a zigzag. And that's a simple tulip. And then we'll do the rose. The rose is a little bit more tricky, so you know, if you feel like these 2 are what you want to do, or one of these 2, then just go with these. But the rose, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, the rose is a little bit more work. We're gonna start with our stem. I'm doing 2 lines, 1, 2. The leaves of a rose are a little bit more spiky, so I kind of do like a zigzag, and another zigzag, and then make it pointy at the end. If you struggle with these petals and they're not working for you, then maybe just go with this one. And then you have 1 big line and a few small lines inside. Big line, small lines. And then for this shape here, we're gonna start with like these big petals that are on the outside and then do the swirl inside last. So follow with me for this one, guys. We're going to make a line that curves up. So it curves up, and then it goes into kind of like a bumpy line, like 2 bumps. 1, 2, and it goes in and then out. So that's kind of how we start. Then we're gonna make this line here. So I'm gonna make a little curved line that goes all the way over there and stops. Then I'm gonna make an extra line inside here. Okay. On this side, I'm gonna do 2 lines that you see right there. So 1, 2, and then on the inside, we're gonna make a swirl. So you start in the middle and then swirl. 1, 2, like that. And then you can make a line like that and like that. And there's your rose. So you pick which one you want to add to your cat. Again, the rose is kind of tricky. This might be a little bit easier if you're maybe in 4th or 5th grade. If you're in kindergarten or 1st, 2nd, maybe 3rd, these might be a little more simple. So you just pick whichever one you feel like you can do. And now I'm going to move this cat back here. I'm going to take this one away. And I'm gonna do a tulip on this flower, or on this cat. I'm gonna do a tulip on top of this one's head. So 1 leaf, 2 leaf, a line inside, 2 lines for the stem, a U, and a zigzag. You you could also make up your own flower too. Alright, so I have all of my stuff drawn for my cat. Now one of the fun things about the flower cat is that you can change the flower cat up to be any kind of cat once you start coloring it. I'm going to put my little scrap paper underneath and I'm going to be tracing my cat in a black marker. You can use Sharpie like I'm doing, or you could just do a regular marker. And I'm going to start by tracing everything. After you've traced everything, an option is you can go back and you can erase all of the pencil marks that are still showing. This is something I usually like to do when I'm done tracing a drawing, but you don't have to. A lot of times the pencil lines will get covered up when you start coloring. Alright, and once you guys have your cat all traced, then you get to color it in. And I think this part's really fun because you can make the cat look any way you want. It could look like a cat from real life, it could look like a made-up cat, it can look really any way. You don't have to color it like this one that I did here. I'm going to make this one kind of look like our assistant, Mr. Phoenix, today. So I'm going to use crayons. You guys can use whatever you want to color it in. And just have fun. Alright guys, thank you so much for drawing a flower cat with me and Mr. Phoenix today. This is one of my favorite things to draw is cats, because I love cats. So does Mr. Phoenix here. He was an awesome assistant. I think he's going to really appreciate our drawing we made. There you have it. He loves it.